Welcome back to the start of chapter 2 of this war of mine. As you'll remember, we're not in a great position here. We're down to one action with Catherine and Amelia, no actions for Sveta, and one action for Marco. So, not great. And we haven't got a bed, have we, at the moment either. So, let's start with the events for chapter 2. Just looking at food. Food, we've got 2 vegetables between 4 of them. We have got water. So, chapter 2. Oh, and we're also going to have a penalty for this. You just finished the first chapter of the campaign. Add the Night Raid and Residence cards that have not been used in the game with the red corner to their corresponding decks. So we put all the Residence cards in, but I have got over here another 3 markers. So let's put those up here. I just haven't got off screen as well. I don't know if you remember from the setup. I don't know whether I explained these. These are when you have residents or soldiers. It tells you how. I don't remember. They have A, B, or C on them and prowess number. It tells you how difficult they are, and the relevant card or script will tell you what weapon they're carrying, if any, dependent on A, B, or C. So we've added the night raids, then resolve the top objective card, see the reward if you meet the conditions of the penalty, or the penalty if you do not, to remove it from the game. Well, we know we don't. You may save the game now or start the second chapter immediately by drawing top event to be a new guy. When it's talking about save the game, I don't do that because I have a dedicated room, but that's what these sheets that I showed people in the setup, it allows you to mark everything off so that you can come back to the game if you need to. Fortunately, I'm not in that position, although I have been in the past, as we all have. So let's, well, we can go with that now. We have to, before the end of chapter 2, if we get that far, we have to discard a functional firearm. At the moment we have got one, so we could do that. That would leave us defenceless. So the penalty is now an epidemic because we didn't get the meds. So all characters' illnesses are raised by 1, which is going to be pretty serious. And that's discarded, the chapter objective after that. Okay. Let's get some illness cards here. So we've got 2 or illness 2 already, one was illness 3. So this is an absolute disaster now, as you can see, because that goes up to 3, that goes up to 3. He's 1, and she's 1. So what this means is no actions, no actions, no actions. 1 action. We got this. This might not be a long video, this part 3. This could be the worst I've done. So, we draw another event card. Please be good, because otherwise we're in serious trouble. Add 3 to the cold space. Well, we're on 4, and there's only 6 if you remember in the box. So we're maximum cold again, and we've got no heater. And so I put that away without going the rest of it. And also remove the following tokens from the box, not from storage. So if you remember, I talked about removing tokens. So I've got to get, I'll try and do 1 canned food, 2 raw food, and 3 vegetables. So these 1 canned food, 2 raw food, and 3 vegetables. 1, 2, 3. So they're out of the game completely. So now that can be a major problem. Obviously, we're doing so badly, it's not a major problem because we're going to be dead soon, I think. But yeah, but that's a good example to show people of the difference between discarding something and removing it from the game. So discard, it goes back in the box. Remove, it's gone. And as you have a finite number of each item, that can hit you. And I mean, I said it won't affect us, but I don't think there's any more vegetables left. There's one vegetable, so we've got two here. And there's only one other one we can get. So Marco's fatigue is 3. And you will. I need to get his fatigue down, but I can't sleep on the floor as an action. So build a simple heater. That's not going to help us too much because we're at maximum and he's only got one action. So the action I'm going to take is build a bed, which at least then gives him the chance to sleep tonight. And I'm talking about him because I'm pretty sure the others, at least 2, I'll be surprised if we end up without just him. So we're gonna, with the one action that we've got, we're gonna build a bed. 3 components, 4 wood and 3 components. So we've got a bed at least. So put the bed back in play. Now that's the actions done. So that was a very quick day action. Now, each character must drink 1 water. So we have 4 water. You can. This is a very good example of how things go downhill very quickly. It's never been a great playthrough, this one, in terms of the results. Not a chance to do any combat. So I might do another one. I might wait a while and then bring one of the expansions in once I've started looking at those. So anyway, I'm looking ahead. There might be a miracle and we recover. That, spoiler alert, that is very doubtful. So we now hunger. This is where we have to make a difficult decision because, as you see, we've got 2 vegetables. So we've got 4 people, 2 vegetables. And what have we got here? Catch's hunger is 3. If she goes down to 4, she dies. This is where people will tell you this is a brutal game because I'm gonna have, and it's just a game, but I'm gonna have to let Katia die because she's gonna die anyway. I haven't got anything. I've got no meds. I've got nothing that can save her. So Katia is not getting any food. Marco's, I'm going to put them on here. Marco's getting food now. The chances are the fate card, as you've seen, will affect her as well and drop her illness down unless we can get some meds. But it's also likely we haven't got any bandages. She could go. Sveta. So at least one of these 2 I think will go. I'm going to give Sveta the other vegetable, which means Amelia's hunger increases. And now Katia. She goes there, so we've discarded the vegetables, so we're out of food and water now. So hunger, epilogue, which again, bit of a spoiler, I think you know what's coming. 6, 4, 5. Maybe. So what you do is you look for Katia 996. And these little epilogues, the different ways they can, and again, give you a little tiny insight into Katia herself as a reporter. So 996. Unable to cope with what had transpired, Katia broke down completely. She was found dead, her hands still clutching her war diary. Her parents never learned of her fate. Remove this character from the game. So we've had our first death. So Catcher is no... Oh, sorry, I'm getting rid of the wrong one. So Amelia, Catcher's no more. So we get rid of these. The tokens. And she's gone. Okay, so not great. And remember, at the end of the day, we also have to roll for the empathy side of things, and the misery can go down by 2, and these two are already on 2, so yeah. Now, I did say before, one of the anomalies I've not found on this game is if they have no actions, because due to illness and wounds, Amelia and Sveta have had no actions in the house. There's nothing to say they can't still go and do something, which seems a bit odd, but I suppose otherwise, game-wise, you're done. Which, although I think we're done anyway, we're not. But Marco's fatigue is 3. He needs to sleep. In the hope that we can carry on in this game. And I need to stop saying that now. So, these two. I'm going to have Amelia on guard. The game, if you ever have nobody you can put on guard, there's a script that you go to. And that has happened to me where I couldn't afford to put someone in, and it ends the game. Because basically your house is unguarded, people come in and just take over. So with Amelia, yeah, Amelia. Sorry, I'm getting these mixed up. Amelia's, that should be there. Not with it this morning. She's going out to try and get some food. So their fatigues, as you remember, both go up to 1. So let's just do that part of it. His fatigue is removed because he's actually taking a nap. Well, not taking a nap, he's sleeping in the bed overnight. His fatigue goes to 0. These two both increase by 1, which is the least of the worries at the moment. You get a full house of tokens there. So we've got the noise marker, should be back to 1 anyway from the last turn. Before we do that, remember we've got this sniper. And her wounds are already 3, so if this sniper hits her once, we've got another death and no scavenging. So, roll the red combat die to determine if they were hit. No, they're not, because that's the scattergun which gets rid of night gun. It's these markers that are hit. So we escape that, but the sniper card stays in place for the next time. Where do we want to go? We're not taking the... Oh, we've got no ammo for the pistol anyway, so... So we've got Derelict Squat, the Old Town, which 8 to 10 gives us a vegetable. The Warehouse 9 gives us canned food, but 8 to 10 gives us a little bit of a... I'm going with that. So we get out 12 cards. Let's tell you a little bit about this card here as well, so we go through it. So, like with all of them, we can return 2 cards to explore, which is what it's got. Do I take a spade? I'm not taking a spade because she can only carry 2 inventory, actually. Not thought about that. Amelia's 3. I might just swap them over. Even though Amelia's prowess is better. Yeah, we're swapping those. know if I should do that after the fact, but... So we can do the trade and we'd have to return 6 cards. We've got not enough stuff to trade. 3 explanation cards to socialise with people. We might do that. Because we could do with a 4th, but could we? I'm going to do it. 6, 8, 9. I'm going to return 3 cards and go to 6, 8, 9. Desperate times. So return 3. The book of scripts. Six, 8, 9. The old town appears as one of the few islands of normality in the sea of madness. But the appearance from afar is a deception. Up close, you see people selling treasured heirlooms side by side with looters offloading their stolen goods. Some of it pure trash. Still, trade, as it reminds us, the survivors of the pre-war days when the market pulsed with trade in less illicit wares. Decide how you'll spend your time. We'll listen to some gossip. Let's check if we can get something from the gifts for victims of war. Let's look for medical help. Maybe there's a doctor somewhere here. We should hire some help to transport things to our shelter. Maybe someone's looking to hire some help. And if you want to return another 3 explanation cards and choose again, you can. You cannot choose the same option twice. Now the medical help one, I've done that. So I know basically you've got a 30% chance. But it could save a character's life here. So I think I'm going to go with that. So we're going to go with 1, 2, 1, 8. Occasionally friendly doctors on duty in the peacekeeping forces zone. They are missed more and more at the hospitals, so you have to be really lucky to meet them here. Roll the black die. 1 to 6, actually it's 40% chance, better than I thought. Roll a 1 to 6, nothing. 7 to 10, lower the wounds or illness of one chosen character by 1. One character present, so it would have to be her. Obviously that makes sense. So we need 7, 8, 9 or 10. We could do with some luck here. There we go. And we've got no luck. And we can't do the doctor again. We could go and look for help. How am I going to do that again? Return another 3. How many do we have? It leaves us with users out for them. I'm going to try it. Am I? No. No, because we need to try and get a special... Yeah, we need to try and get some food, don't we? So, bars. Check the current location for bars. If there are no bars, discard this card and draw a new card from the exploration deck. So we'll draw a new card from here. Tough luck. Roll for the noise. We're not too bad because we're on 1, so as long as it's not a 1. And it's a 4, so we're all right. Reality impact. So we draw a card from the colours deck and then another card from the exploration deck. So let's do the colours deck first. So it's blue. It's blue nearly every time, actually. So let's just put that back in there. And all we're looking at is the bottom part here. 80. So it's script number 80. Unmuted music and a weak light coming from broken windows lured us to this large room. Dirty, ragged and starving people sit staring at a picture being cast onto a cracked wall. Behind them, 2 young men tend to a film projector that's connected to a truck battery. They gesture for us to take a seat and join them in watching the movie. They're showing a cult comedy from some years ago. Maybe it's not such a bad idea to forget the war for a little while. Time is precious, so choice. Time is precious, but a moment of respite can be worth even more. We sit and watch the film, return 2 exploration cards and C842. Instead of getting sentimental over old movies, it's better to find something that will help us survive now. Amelia's misery is 2. I'm wondering if watching a cult movie may relieve her misery. Obviously, it could be a sad film. Does it say what sort of movie it is? Cult comedy. So let's do that. 2 exploration cards back. And let's go to 842. We try to find a seat for ourselves and finally manage to squeeze into a spot near to the wall. It's hard to tell what's more fascinating, the film itself or the expressions on the faces of the war-weary viewers. There are haggard civilians, looters, young children, smugglers, older married couple, deserters. All of them are smiling and wiping away tears together. We can feel that for a moment we're all connected by an indescribable bond. I'll just sneak to the end and just realise what's... no, it's not at the end of the... Oh, I'll shut up and carry on reading, sorry. This moment is soon interrupted by a bang. Blows from rifle butts cause the door on the other side of the room to fall in. A group of armed bandits quickly enter, shooting into the air. People run away screaming. The projector topples over, casting dark, twisted shapes on what's left of the ceiling. We also make a run for the exit, but it's much too small. Those trying to escape get stuck and fall over each other, but the people behind them continue to press on, causing an almighty crush of bodies. We try to keep together, but that's enough. But the strength of the panicked crowd is enormous. People are trampling, hitting and tearing at one another. Not a trace is left of the feeling of community that existed only seconds earlier. We barely make it out alive. One chosen character present suffers 1 wound. Back to the game. So my gamble did not pay off. And the chosen character obviously is Amelia. Fortunately, the reason I paused was I was thinking it was Sveta who already had 3 wounds, but it's Amelia who is also in real trouble now. She's got a wound. We didn't help her with her misery. And let's do a bit of exploring. Stairs up. Raise the noise by 2. I'm going to raise the noise because I need to try and find something. 10. We're all right. Ooh. Search the heap. Return 2 exploration cards and raise the noise by 1, or raise the noise by 1 and roll for the noise. She's unarmed. Raise noise by 1, it's going to be 4 or less. So I'm going to return 2 cards. I'm going to be a bit of a coward. Oh, hardly got any. I've got nothing. Oh, yeah, I'm going to raise the noise. Roll for it. Let's try and hope. And it's a 1. So, we draw a residence card. If you know, looking at that, if you remember, that's if we've got a firearm, which we haven't got. Civilians. So it turns out there are miserable looking people hiding in here, mostly the elderly women and children. Place this card on the exploration slot until you leave this location. Wherever you take anything from an exploration card marked as private, which they've got in the top left if you remember, roll the black die and compare the result with the empathy of each character present. A result equal to or less than a character's empathy, raise the misery by 1. You can talk to them or trade with them. And then you remove this card from the game at the end of the Scavenger. So it goes there. It's not too bad because I can still search the heap, which is what I wanted to do. Electrical part, filter, weapon part, and the special findings. So the others are a bit... I'm not going to be taking any of them with us really because we've got a filter, weapon part, because we need water. Well, we need food as well, but she's only got 3 if you remember. And if all 3 of these stay alive till tomorrow, which would be a miracle, we need 3 water. And now this is the important. We need 8 to 10 for a vegetable. 7 for moonshine won't be the end of the world because we can help with the misery of one of the characters. And a 1. Brilliant. Nothing. Okay. Someone's here. Raise the noise by 3. A closed door. Pick the lock. Requires a lockpick. We haven't got one. We did have one actually, and I didn't bring it. Ah, sorry. That's why I didn't bring it, because there is no closed door. There's a closed door in that one. So I'll put that down and I'll take another card from this. You may know. I'm going to have... Oh, God. I'm going to have to roll. I need to search the furniture. But I can't bring any water back. I've got no food. So that goes back in the thing. What do I do? Apologies for silence. That's me mulling it over. So if she dies, nothing comes back. I'm going to... I'm not going to do either. I'm not going to search. You may ignore this card. I'm going to ignore it. That allows me to choose one finding. So you can poke about, return 1 explanation card, or roll for the noise to choose one finding. So I can actually choose a vegetable, which I need to do. So I'm going to, and I haven't got any explanation cards left, so I'm going to roll for the noise. So I need 8, 9 or 10. Or the residence card. 10. We finally dropped lucky. So we're okay. We choose a finding. Well, I'm going to choose a vegetable. And that, so that card's removed because this is the end of the scavenging phase now. Well, I've got to do a bit of housekeeping with that. But, as you remember, it's what we've got to do next is choose which findings we're taking. Well, she can only carry 3. The vegetable, that's even better, is no weight. I'd forgotten about that. So we can still take 3 water back with us. We've got plenty of, you know, we've got 7 compounds, we've got 4 wood. I won't say foot, we've got plenty, but priorities. Unfortunately, weapon part would have been nice to take back. I'm just gonna double check something. Just bear with me. Apologies for that. What I was checking was, because we're at the night raid phase now, whether what the shell was good for, and it's if you so just go through it. If you build a gunsmith workshop, you can turn the shell into 1 ammo. So I'm just double checking it. I didn't think it could be used, but no, it can't. So we've got 2 shells, but we can't do anything with them. So night raid card. Oh God! Now this is the absolute worst one we could have. 8 damage and 5 wounds on Sveta, who's got 3 wounds already. So she's dead. Because you only divide it, even though he's asleep, you only divide it between the characters on the guard space. So he sleeps through it because he's exhausted. And we do get to roll the and she's got prowess 0 because we swapped them, didn't we? For the so we're going to lose 8 tokens, I feel. But the thing is, the wounds take up more than we've got anyway. So the way no matter what she does here, we're losing 8 tokens. It does say you can take one off the other, but we're only using up 1 wound, so there's another 4 wounds not used, so, and she didn't get anything anyway, so, right, first things first, another one bites the dust. Svetta's gone, she went with us along, so, what we'll do, I'll do her epilogue in a second. Nappy's just turns this one, has it? So Sveta, let's epilogues 285, so let's go to 285 for wounds epilogue. It's been a bad day for the group. 252. Had Sveta lived to see the war's end, she would have found it difficult to answer her pupils' questions. She's a headmistress, remember. But at least she would have tried. Not that it matters now. The children will have to find their own answers. Remove this character from the game. So, another one gone. So we're down to 2 characters. And we haven't finished yet because there's 8 tokens. So we start the most expensive one, so this is really bad news. Pistol's gone. That's 1. The shovel's gone. 2. Lockpick. And we're going by value. 3, 4, 5. Then we choose. So I'm going to choose 6, 7. About 6, 7, 8. We could have taken these as well, but they're more use at the minute, so they go back in the box, all these. No lockpick. New nothing. So ignore the crime wave because all the cards are in there now. Now the scavenger party returns, so it's not going to be a happy return for Amelia. So she comes back to find that goes back in. Unfortunately, that one goes back in there. It's back as well. It's not removed from the game, so they can come back. There's a horrible card, that one. I seem to draw it a lot. So he slept. Assign meds and bandages. Yet again, we haven't got any. And we draw a fake card. Move across a little bit because this is where it affects our guys. And it is going to affect some of that. Raise the wounds of all wounded unbandaged characters by 1. So, who wounds got worse? Lower the illness of all characters who took meds by 1. Nobody took meds. If cold tokens minus board ups equal 2 or more, that's 6. Raise the illness of 2 chosen characters by 1. Well, we've only got 2 characters, so he's got it by 1. He's down to 1 action. Let's get the script book out again. 285. And it's Amelia. 235. This has got to be the worst turn I have done in this game. That's 3 died in one day. Amelia, who is a lawyer, joined a long list of casualties of this destructive conflict. The fact that she's young and well off didn't matter. War is a great equaliser. Remove this character from the game. So, she's now gone. So, exchange the nearest small location. There is none. Exchange the nearest medium location. What have we got here? Derelict squats a small location. Bring these down. I'm not going to be doing much scavenging because we need to have somebody on guard if he does something. So a ruined block of flats. Resolve weight tokens, we haven't got any. Resolve spirit B on all character cards. What's spirit B, please? If Marco is ill, lower his illness by 1. That pretty much finishes the game. Let me explain. Well, sorry, if Marco is ill, lower his illness by 1. His illness is 2. So we now go to illness of 3, which I shuffle that card back in. It's irrelevant. As you can see, he's got no actions. So let me explain why I'm saying that's it. He's got no actions, so he can't do anything in the day phase. Do I do an event just in case? Narrative actions, yeah, I'll do them. What my thinking is, so he can't do any actions unless something happens in the event, so the narrative action. Can't do any actions, so he can't do anything in the house. He can eat and drink, so he can stay in status quo, but he's got a guard, so it's probably futile, but we're hoping for something. I don't know. Let's do it quick then. So we've done the fake card. We draw 2 narrative actions and 1 handyman and resourceful. Got somebody at the door. Just 2 seconds. Apologies for that. It wasn't. I'm expecting a board game delivery, and I'm the only one in the house, so I didn't want to miss it. Anyway, handyman. Automatically exchange a broken item for its fully functional equivalent. That's no use to us. Play when crafting any fitting. Ignore the requirement. Well, we'll keep that one. It doesn't help us, does it? Because we can't do an action at the moment. Now we've got the, we haven't quite finished yet. Death Among Us. At the end of the dawn phase, check if any character died or abandoned the group today. 3 did. If the answer is yes, roll the black die and compare the result with each character's empathy. On a result equal to or less than their empathy, raise their misery by 2. Whereas misery is 1, so it won't take him to 4. And his empathy is 5. So 5 or less, and his misery goes up to 3. A 9, so weirdly, he's not bothered that everybody else in the group died yesterday. Where's yesterday now, because we're in dawn. So the event card. So I'm carrying on, but we're not. 2 to the cold space, we can't, we're already on maximum. Place this card on the findings card. Another card's already there, so we get rid of the sniper card, but it's not going to do us any good. So as I say, this is really the death throes. I think if I wasn't recording it, I'd just say we've lost here. But I'm going to quickly go through it. No actions. His illness is 3. There's no actions he can take. All we can do is put him on guard, otherwise we've lost anyway. So his fatigue, fortunately it was 0, goes up to 1. So his fatigue's 1 now. His illness is 3, misery 1, hunger 1. Scavenging phase, nothing. And we now go straight to night raids. Now, I'm going to roll. His prowess is 2. So we can re-roll twice. The reason I'm going to roll is he can possibly survive this, because one of the, even though he's unarmed, roll that one, his wounds will only be 3, so he will survive. So we've got 3 rolls to see if we can prolong this game. Nothing. First prowess roll. Nothing. So this last one, we don't get 2 fists at the end of the game. No. So he takes wounds. We're done. So let's do the epilogue. 285 again. So you see how quickly you can lose all your characters in this game. I did say it wasn't going to be an expert playthrough. Marco 1223. Marco the fireman. Marco's reward for all of his efforts was a shallow grave. If his wife and daughter survived their own trials and tribulations of war, then maybe they will find it someday. Remove this character from the game. So, Marco's gone, everybody's gone, we have lost. Hope you enjoyed it. Just want to say enjoy, because it's a sombre subject, as I think I've said numerous times, and hopefully it's given you a flavour. There's a lot that I've not had a chance to do because it was a disastrous playthrough, but that can happen. It does happen frequently with me. But I am loving this game. So I will probably do things like combat you've not seen. We've not done putting any extra ideas in. We didn't really manage to build anything apart from a bed and a heater, which seems to be all I get to do every time. So I may play it a bit more and then do another playthrough, try and have a more successful one. So I'll probably record it all and see how I go, because there's no point me doing another very poor playthrough really. Or I may wait till I've started using the expansion, so something in City or Days of the Siege, and then incorporate those into it to make it a bit different. But I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's given you a flavour of the game, and I would thoroughly recommend this game. This is, I think when you get a new game and you're playing it, quite often it's raised up, but this one, honestly can't wait to play it again. I can't wait just to reset it up and have another game. So yes, if you have been on the fence about this game, I would say get it. It's great. It's infuriating. It's difficult, but it's got real flavour, and with the script, it is quite immersive. So thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. I would appreciate that. And I will be back soon with another playthrough or unboxing. Thank you.